Since 1961, Hinton Rural Life Center has served the rural mountain communities of Clay and Cherokee counties in North Carolina and Towns County in Georgia, primarily through home repair, firewood, and garden ministries. As local volunteers and mission teams from across the Southeast and beyond return to their own communities, seeds of love for their neighbors are planted and cultivated. Lives are changed, and new ministries are envisioned and begun. The fruits of Hinton's mission outreach, like our Safe and Healthy Home Repair ministry, are experienced through the impact and blessings on both homeowners and volunteers.
I think of the people associated with Hinton Center over the years. So many examples of faith and how their gifts and their faithfulness in the use of those gifts were like roots that firmly established themselves in that fertile Clay County soil and have branched out all across the Southeast through programs that revive and refresh and renew individuals and churches. A small dream for a handful of people multiplied into fruits of ministry too numerous to count.
The Hinton Center to me is a great outfit. They really help people a lot. I've seen them do all kinds of things for people. I know they did a lot for me 2 years in a row. One of the folks from the Hinton Center was going to buy a house and see me working on my deck a couple of years ago. And he stopped by and said I needed some help. Did I need any help? And I said, boy, I appreciate it. Boy, they sent a busload of youngsters up there, teenagers, and a couple of leaders. Some termites got into the beams under the porch, and they tore out the whole porch apart, replaced them beams, and they put a new storm door on the front. The kids from Hinton did a great job. They really were a big help.
At Hinton Center, the work we do is more than home repairs, because it's about the people. We strive to build relationships with those who come here and with our neighbors. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone matters.
Since the Quality of Life study, we have a better understanding of our community. We also understand the social determinants of health and how they impact our services. In order to make an impact, we need to look at the broader picture. And so we launched the Council for Collaborative Impact. It includes professionals and retirees and just people from the community. The Council for Collaborative Impact focuses on gaps in our community, including economic development, technology, education, children's needs, substance use and mental health, housing, and transportation. By working together and sharing information and knowledge, we are able to serve our community more efficiently and effectively.
Focusing on safe and healthy homes is just one way Hinton bears fruit in our community. Many of our neighbors use firewood as their primary source of heating. Hinton's Firewood ministry meets a critical need as volunteers pick up wood donated from other neighbors, then cut and stack it in our firewood lot, which is open year-round. For our neighbors unable to come to the lot, our team of woodchucker volunteers delivers wood and hospitality.
Unbelievable ministry that Hinton has supported greatly. A ministry that really does support the people of this community and a need that is there. Doing last year in 2020, gave away 455 pickup loads of split firewood. If those people, or a lot of those people, didn't have that wood, would they need to spend money for heating in some capacity that would have taken money away from them to buy food or to buy medicine or whatever need they might have?
Although Hinton serves our 3-county area throughout the year, our 10-week summer mission outreach program, which has existed for decades, offers several unique components for the church mission teams that come to serve for a week. These include evening worship times, morning and lunchtime devotionals, Appalachian Culture Night, and poverty awareness activities. In addition to serving as worksite leaders for the mission teams, our college summer staffers, or servant ministry leaders, provide the primary leadership for the week's spiritual, formational, and fun activities.
I think of 4 words that come to mind when I think about faith is here it's intentional, it's relational, it's experiential and transformational. There's a presence here, and when you engage with group members that you come with, you build relationships with them, you build relationships with the homeowner, and as you serve them and each other, there's a bond that happens, and you see the Spirit quite literally move within the group and with the homeowner, with strangers that you have never met with, and you build a bond with them. And I think at the core, faith is building relationships with other people. We talk about generations a lot here, and generational poverty and generational changes, but as negative as those can be, there can also be generational positive changes made. And I think there's that happens a lot with the discipleship that happens here, coming down from Nick and Jackie and Dawn, quite literally developing future leaders.
The fruitfulness of Hinton Rural Life Center reaches beyond the local impact of our mission outreach to the lives of those individuals who've come to Hinton over 6 decades to retreat, reflect, renew, and serve. As part of our 60th anniversary celebration, United Methodist pastors from across the Southeast shared stories of how their Hinton experience impacted them, their congregations, and communities.
Coming to the mountains here in Hayesville, and an opportunity to visit as a part of a ministry team coming to lead a workshop on rural ministry. What a great partnership to get here and arrive and find out this is rural ministry leadership and training and development at its best. I was appreciative of that opportunity so many years ago. But it didn't stop there. I later returned to bring my wife so that she might see this great and sacred space. And then following that, after doing several couples retreats in other areas, we decided to come to the Hinton Rural Center and to bring laity from our churches.
This was many years ago. I was with a bunch of clergy from the North Georgia area. And I grew up in a construction family, so I knew my way around a little bit, but not enough to be the lead person. And so I worked with one of my good clergy friends, and he directed us. And during that week, we built numerous wheelchair ramps and followed up on some other projects, finished some up. But it was on the last day when we finally finished a ramp that had just taken us a little bit longer than it should have. And we had met the wife of the house that we were working on, but we had not really met the husband. He stayed in most of the time. But on that last day, she finally wheeled him to the door on the wheelchair. And we realized the importance in that moment of the ramp. But as they both looked at it and they witnessed and saw that it had been finished, they got very teary-eyed. And it kind of got to me. And I heard the man say in a very low voice something like, "It'll be so nice to be able to leave home a little bit more." What we realized in that moment is that because they had not had a ramp, that he had not been able to leave with ease, even to go to doctor's visits. And it was in that moment, and at this moment where this small voice from this man who we just met spoke, we realized the power and the transformation that happened through the Hinton Center.
My home's across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home's across the Blue Ridge Mountains. My home's across the Blue Ridge Mountains.